Or vice versa as she stepped in. Here's a pass for the lead in our TCB class, Johan Schwartz.
Boy, he timed it to perfection. And look at Glenn Nixon going, I'm not just giving this one to you, buddy. And Johan flinched. Now, Nixon ran wide there, so you have to be watching of that. But again, Nixon kind of feinted in, and you saw Johan move just a little bit. And I think if Johan maybe had just kept his foot in it, Nixon would have moved, said, nah, he's got me. But it's that little change of momentum, but that's just fun watching these guys duke it out. And look at this scrum, 4 cars and almost 3 abreast here at spots on this track. Great racing.
Yeah, James Wilson in that black armor helmet's Mazda 2, Mazda Speed. Still got the windshield wipers on. Don't worry about that, though, bud. You're sitting there in third. Van Sevenson, who got third in the last race in race number 1, sitting in fourth. And right there, Chris Holter in that Breathless Performance Mazda 2 fifth. And Jason Fichter, don't count him out, in that Surf, Fire, and Security Mini Cooper in sixth.
No, not at all. Boy, these two guys are having a phenomenal scrum here. Let's see. Boy, Schwartz got a run there. Nixon now defending to the inside. It's going to tighten up his entry, and Schwartz just going to try and roll every ounce of speed he can. Comes right up behind. Now moves to the inside. This is just drag race time here. Let's see which one of these cars. And it looks like Schwartz, just that little bit better head of steam, Jeff. This might pay off, and he's easing ahead already. But watch for Nixon now. Is he just going to straight line to the apex? And Schwartz will be watching that in the mirrors, and Nixon can't do it. He wasn't close enough, basically.
Yeah, not able to make that move happen. And watch the over-under here for Glenn Nixon.
Boy, side by side. Watch those mirrors go flying. We've seen that before. And Schwartz with that inside line. Nixon can keep his nose there. He straight lines down. Tries to the inside of that next corner. Not close enough. Schwartz just shuts the door. Not a lot of clearance there. Boy, and I'll tell you, that's as loose as we've seen Johan at any point so far today.
Oh, yeah, he's pushing this Chevy Sonic, the Prostate camps on the side, all prepped by Tech Sport Racing. Glenn Nixon gets a great run. Drops a little too close, I think, the wheels off there, trying to make that outside move.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, because the inside of the track, outside, well, and then Johan returns the favor. And so one did it, the other did it.
I think Glenn Nixon hit him in the back there on the exit of that corner. That upset Johan's car, and he had no choice but to turn in or lose the back end. Battle for third, heating up against those 2 Mazda 2s. Chris Holter down to the inside of James Wilson.
Boy, let's see what happens. And again, Johan gets past, but now he's going to try that exit line, see if he can make it work. What happened between these two guys? It is, boy, this is such good stuff. Still Wilson, but Holter side by side, and down to the inside is that Van Swenson trying to come back at both of them? It sure is.
Yeah, and Johan Schwartz got the pass completed. New leader in TCB is Johan over Glenn Nixon.
Wow, this is TCB racing. This is, what we've seen all the time. Look at Van Swenson. He's been sitting out there by himself right down the middle of the track, and just enough maybe now to be able to sneak down. Yep, gets it done, but runs way off of the exit of the track. And again, the officials will be keeping their eye on that one. Meanwhile, Nixon looking in, looking out, looking everywhere, and Johan Schwartz going to have to be in full-on defense mode, which sometimes is just be offensive, be fast.
Yeah, put those wheels back, get back on your line. You're ahead of them now. Put your head back down, start hitting all your marks. Oh, no, James Wilson gets into Chris Holter on the exit there. The hood pops up on James Wilson's car. Chris Holter into the wall over there. Some damage to the left front of that Mazda 2. And just the notoriety and what happens in TCB with these cars, that close racing. Sometimes you touch the wrong way, and it causes a problem.
Yeah, and with only 3 minutes remaining, well, but that's just fierce racing. And look at Johan. He got through those twisty sections from 12 through the exit of 18 with a little bit better momentum, and that's the biggest margin as we've seen in quite some time. Here's that incident. Let's see, does he get to the barrier, Jeff?
Oh, nope, he just missed it. I saw the dirt on the tires. It looked like the tire had some wall marks on there, but great save by Chris Holter.
It's all angles, isn't it? That one angle looked like he
ecstatic
popped that wall. As he should be. That, Jeff, I think, without a doubt, the drive of the event so far, easily.
Oh, absolutely. Good job for that, and the crew is going to get all the credit for that one, that Edge Motor.
Oh, and they should.
East Tech Motorsports team, good job.
Yeah, they absolutely should on that. That was just spectacular what they were able to pull off. Absolutely spectacular race. Here's Johan Schwartz and Nixon. What a battle these guys waged throughout. Nixon, big dive move down to the inside. Schwartz keeps it parked around the outside. Drag race time. And, boy, Schwartz used that. And really he had no option because, you know, I know he ran a little bit wide there, but Nixon basically gave him not enough room on the track, so Schwartz did what he had to do here. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Now Schwartz opens that margin up just a little bit here and heads it down into that final run through turn number 12. Turns it in a little bit early. He wanted to make sure that there was no attack from Nixon here. Nice job there. Now that's going to allow Nixon to get a little bit of an exit speed, but I think he was more concerned, Schwartz was, with a late move by Nixon into 12 than worrying about Nixon too much on the exit of 12. We'll have to see here. Schwartz, now that was 13, 14, now into 15, setting up here 16, getting the run out of it, and now you've got that wonderful 16, 17, 18 triple apex fall-away right-hander, and Johan feeding that 0 prostate cancer number 25 through those corners with Nixon. And that Racing.ca laptop screen and Nixon Pro Sports Mini right on his 6, down through 19. Carrying speed, boy, and Johan just carried an immense amount of pace through that triple apex right-hander through 19. Here he comes onto the front straight, and Johan Schwartz comes through and brings home another win. What a start to the season for Johan Schwartz and that Chevy Sonic. But boy, Glenn Nixon, absolutely fantastic in the amazing racing that we've been watching. So Cody Ellsworth wins overall. Adam Poland from dead last to second. Corey Fergus completes the podium. Cherry and Aquilani, the top 5 overall, and in TCA, Rivera over Jason Wolf. Shea Holbrook, another podium. Paul Holton and Patrick Sagan complete the top 5. And in TCB, Johan Schwartz, Glenn Nixon, Van Swenson, your podium. Andre Kiesel and Jay Felinsky complete the top 5 there. Thanks for joining us here at Circuit of the Americas for this Nissan Grand Prix of Texas presented by Motul. Touring Car A, Touring Car B, round 2